I'd like to welcome back to Art in the Air Spotlight. Been with us before. In fact, we were just discussing one of our first interviews back when we were doing it in the studio live at WVLP. Steve Bensing is back here, and he's the president of the Duneland Photography Club. He's going to tell us about, well, maybe update us on a few things they have been doing, and then they have an upcoming exhibit in 2025, and tell us all about that and some of the things, and maybe even just information about the club itself. Steve, welcome back to Art in the Air Spotlight.
Well, thank you, Larry. I'm so glad to see both you and Esther here. It's really nice to speak to you again. It seems like it's been a long time, but a lot of things have happened between the last times that we've talked.
Yeah, we've had you on since that first interview early in the thing, but it's probably been about a year and a half, or maybe even a little longer than that. So, but
Yeah. Well, actually, Steve, could you start maybe with describing your club, the activities, where you meet, how often you meet? Just give us some background on this
Certainly,
fabulous group.
I'd be happy to do that, Esther. The Duneland Photography Club has been around for a little while. We currently meet at the Sunset Hill Farm County Park north of Valparaiso, and we meet in the what we like to call the grain bin, but it's a big round metal building, the Horton Family Education Center. It's a big enough place for us to fit. We have currently about 100 members. Now, normally we're not all there at the same time, but we have monthly meetings. The first Tuesday of each month, we're meeting at 6 o'clock. Although we come in early, we have mentoring time, and we have some mentors that are available to help people with their photography questions and teach them on an individual basis.
I know I was privileged to talk to your group one time, mostly about how to set things up for an exhibit, not so much about the photography itself. But I know a lot of you have a range of experience in your membership. A lot of people that are very experienced, and that's what the mentorship comes in. And I observed that part. But and a lot of the people, you came to me to say, well, maybe talk to them about how they can get their work out to exhibit, how to prepare it, how to do everything. So yeah, I remember that. Very, very active group. Well, speaking of the activities, what are some of the things you've been doing, like this past November and even to December? I know you do a lot of things during that before we get into what's coming up.
So first of all, some of the things that we have been doing in November, we did headshots for Memorial Opera House. In December, they had they put on Scrooge, and so we did headshots for that. And then we went out to the Jasper Pulaski Fish and Wildlife area and did some photography of the sandhill cranes. In December, of course, we also have our annual Christmas party, and it's a lot of fun where we have food, and of course we have photography related things, and we have games. And so it was really a great time for that. As we get to into the colder months, we like to take pictures of, for example, the holiday lights that are going on at different places. So we've done some of that, and even in early January we have those kind of things going on, as well as at our January meeting we had Christina Kanowski from Ancillary, which is her frame shop, which is located in Chesterton now. So she kind of goes back to what Larry was talking about earlier, getting ready for an exhibit, and her focus is on framing. So
Right.
we like to get ready for those things. So those are some of the things that we've done recently.
So now tell us a little about, you have an exhibit coming up in February 2025, and tell us about the exhibit, but also maybe also touch, and I'm going to tag a question under my other one first. Tell us first of all how to become a member of the club, what the requirements are, if there are any other dues and things, but then tell us about this exhibit that's coming up also.
Okay. Well, first of all, as far as becoming a member of the club, you can show up at one of our meetings. The first meeting is free. Membership is only $15 a year, so that's really a pretty good deal. If you're interested in photography, come on out. It is geared for adults, although we've had some younger people, like teenagers, come with their parents as under a family membership, which is $20 a year. So families can. It's actually a pretty good deal for that too. So we have a variety of people that join, whether they're uh, experienced photographers. We've gotten some new people this past year that were very experienced, but we also got some new people that they just barely knew anything about taking pictures. So we've had the variety of things.
So, Steve, with this title of Winter Wonders, is it, are we going to see mostly snowy landscapes but Winter Wonders says so much more to me than wintry landscapes. So can you?
Well, yes, I think you will see some of that, but also we like to use the creative thinking in that process. So
Good.
there are many things that can be even remotely related to winter or a little bit related to winter. Think about indoor activities. Think about things that go on with family. So there are lots of those kind of things as well.
Excellent.
Well, in our final minute, tell us a little bit more about when and where on the exhibit, how people can come and see it, and where it's going to be, and of course your website.
Okay, so first of all, our website is dunelandphotographyclub.org. We also have a Facebook page, and we have, which if you look up Duneland Photography Club on Facebook, you'll find us. So the information is out there. But as far as this exhibit, it will be for February 4 through 27th. We will have a reception on February 15th, which is a Saturday from 1 to 3.
Well, we'd like to thank you for coming on. That's Steve Bensing, president of the Duneland Photography Club Art Barn exhibit. It'll be Winter Wonder, February 4th through 27, reception on February 15th. Thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing your activities with Duneland Photography Club.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's great seeing you.
And a Spotlight Extra, Chicago Street Theater presents Love, Loss, and What I Wore, January 24th through February 2nd. More information at chicagostreet.org.
Art on the Air Spotlight and the complete one-hour program on Lakeshore Public Media is brought to you by McCauley Real Estate in Valparaiso, Olga Patrician, Senior Broker.